also new Yaka meters on the market. Then we have Paul Mesije, who is the MD for UEDCL, and he's saying that there has been concern from the public about the issue of people who applied for connections and for Yaka meters and blah, blah, blah with Umeme. And some of them are thinking that because they did so, they're not going to receive their meters. So he's assuring the public that even if Umeme has exited Uganda, we have all of these meters and all the paperwork for the applications in our warehouses and in our offices, and we'll be able to give you, who has applied, your meter and any connection that you have applied for.
Man, it's
suubira okubeera ne connection nga baasaba amasannyalaze okuva mu Umeme temwetaaga kweraliikirira na kusaba kwonna kulala. Mita twazitaddeyo mu warehouses zaffe era enteekateeka egenda mu maaso okusobola okulaba nti tusaasaanya material nayo yonna mu warehouses zaffe eza Uganda nti connections zisobola okugenda mu maaso. Then ebikiddako nti ffe okulaba nti engeri gye load shedding amasannyalaze okuvaavaako tugenda kutandika okukola kye tuyita investment okuddaabiriza line ne substation ezimu kubazo sente twazifunye ne material anabikolako ebya investment eyo mu network yonna omu atuse mu Uganda.
The promises are there. The big switch.
The way he was like, tugenda kola chebaita investment. I thought about agenda kugamba chebaita something like huge.
But that's a huge thing because load shedding.
Chebaita investment. Like it was going to be a new word. Anyhow, for me, in my opinion, honestly, the word Yaka, the word light didn't rhyme well with me because it's like they're assuming, or it's like we're under an assumption that power, electricity is only used for lighting.
Yeah.
You know, there are people that use it to cook. Electricity is used for so many things I don't even have to explain. So I posted on my ex yesterday and I was like, you be ironing your trouser or cooking your rice and light gets done. And then you're like, I need to load more light. Man, people are going to laugh at us when they come from other countries.
There was a funny one I saw on X as well where someone was saying that asking actually a friend terayo light and then the other person says mine is
this is what I believe.
A beer something.
We are a young country. We have creative people. I honestly feel like
it was not creative enough.
No, it wasn't. Not at all. We would have done better.
And you see, Ugandans, most of these campaigns, especially if you're doing something new and you want people something to be catchy, you have to use the local dialect in it. And that's the only way that it will trend and people will relate with it. But when you use light, like light is so
weak.
Plain.
It is weak.
Yeah. So I was also asking on my socials, on my official X platform, I was saying, what would you rename Yaka if given a chance? Would you call it light? And I was also asking for those who have already used the platform, the prepayment platform, what they think they faced any challenges here and there on the first day of using the platform. Well, we do have some comments. And Rhea, who is one of our ardent listeners, he says, even it sounds weird to call it light, Yaka will still be used because it is what we are used to. So they want to load light on an Umeme meter, so he's asking the question. Then King Luga also says that I think Umeme could have stayed and light would have stayed. And he says, remember, it saved us from, but people are still in the Umeme time, saying Umeme saved us from UEB, so it should not have gone anywhere. Anyway, so another person called William says Ugandans will still call it Yaka because they relate more with it. The spark Yaka means,
and it's been here for a minute. Anyway, change is inevitable.
Yeah.
But I believe
it has to be more
this
creative.
was an opportunity for them to show us that, you know what, we are here, we are creative.
We are bigger.
Yeah, we're gonna serve you.
Yeah.
But if you can't even give us a good name, how are we going to trust that you're gonna do better?
They would have done a poll on their socials and told people, listen, what do you think we should call?
This is one of the reasons why I personally,
Yeah.
I chose to get a group of creatives and we start something that helps with such situations for other people that are willing to pay.
Yeah.
But it hurts and it pains as a young generation, a young country, to see things like this. Honestly, like, what is that?
Like a Gen Z won't understand light. Anyway, but I think we should all understand the concept. Light is just a switch from Yaka. But if you feel like still calling it Yaka, please go ahead.
So what's going to happen to the agents that have been, selling Yaka? They're now going to rebrand to light.
Yes, it's
they
going to have to
better give
have
us
a
like a
rebrand.
dope logo, because if they don't,
No, there's actually a bulb. You've not seen the. Let me show.
I want to think that's not the logo.
There's a bulb.
No, I want to think that's not the logo. I want to think that's just something they're using to what? To kuisa. But anyway, we're here to keep you posted. Light. It's disappointing.
The light is there. You see the bulb? That's the
that can't be the logo. If that is the logo, Pamela.
No, Yaka will now be rebranded as Light.
But that's
so you see it.
If that is the official logo, I'm packing my 2 suitcases.
I'm leaving Uganda.
I'm going.
Hi, you guys.
Anyhow, what else do we have happening?
Well, remember yesterday as we discussed Mufti Mubaje's comments and proposal on banning TikTok out of Uganda. The Uganda Communications Commission, which is the official regulator of platforms like these, the social media platforms, the radios, the TVs, has come out to react on this matter. Ibrahim Bosa is the UCC spokesperson, and he's stating that as Uganda, applications like TikTok are foreign to us, and we cannot apply Ugandan laws on them. Like enforcing a ban on TikTok is impossible. However, for him, he's stating that there are other ways that we've been fighting abuses on TikTok, social media abuse, especially on TikTok, like using the Computer Misuse Act, charging people with things like cyberbullying, cyber harassment, and all that stuff. But we cannot directly come and enforce a ban like the way Facebook was closed.
But then he says it's a foreign app.
It's a foreign app, and
so Facebook is indigenous.
TV ne radio tetuzeralikirira nnyo kubanga g'amateeka gaazo TV ziri wano, amateeka ge Uganda ne applications zetwogerako si za wano ate twagala zigoberera amateeka agaffe. Kyova olaba nti nno awo waliwo ka gap ke tulina okuba nti tuclosinga, mwe muli kati emisango gye bayita nga cyberbullying, kugamba okujja omuntu mu mbeera, mwe muli ebintu nga cyber harassment, omuntu n'akulinnya akagere n'akuvumirira n'atoboola ekitiibwa kyo, mwe muli ebintu nga pornography.
Now, pornography, when it comes to porn, have you ever been there, minding your own business, like on a certain, website, or like on Instagram, you're scrolling and something comes that shakes the world.
Man,
you're like in a hospital, a church, or a taxi, or even probably like at your workplace, and
so embarrassing.
Sound, I do not know, but yo.
But I don't know. But those things usually follow people who are they trail you when they know you have a history of Yes, Henry.
So if porn happens to appear on my search feed,
which means somehow, Henry, you're guilty.
No, Pam, come on. There's porn everywhere. One of these days, like. Have you ever been there? I know how the algorithms work for social media and whatnot, but have you ever been there scrolling, minding your own business? You've not thought about any Chinese or Korean anything, and then it just pops up.
Yeah, I've seen.
And then it has like sponsored.
It plays out a lot with, especially with downloads. If you want to download and using some apps, usually when you try to download, then they take you to another page where you find, some either nasty images of women, or they're telling you to sign up for A, B, and C, and the images you see are depicting
very nasty.
But it's hard to regulate that though.
But anyway, TikTok just but Facebook was successfully regulated here, so legally we don't have Facebook in the country.
We are not supposed to legally have Facebook
but
in Uganda.
It is one of the tools that the government uses to communicate. Isn't it amazing?
I can't speak for that. What I know is Ugandans are
government,
on Facebook.
Politicians, so many NGOs.
Yeah.
So if we are not supposed to be on Facebook, then how are we communicating on Facebook?
People always find a way.
Uganda is a beautiful
It's just like
country.
saying because we have law enforcement, there will be no crime.
Do you think
when you have law enforcement, definitely crime will even be higher?
I want to pick your mind, and I want you to be honest. So last time, it's serious now.
Okay.
The reason
put
why
my serious face first.
The reason why Facebook was regulated, is because we were going into presidential elections. You remember?
Yeah.
Majorly because there was a lot of
incitement
violence, and negative PR.
Yes.
On
fake news and
Facebook.
All that. Yeah.
So they regulated it to put things in harmony.
Yeah.
Now, TikTok is worse. Do you agree?
I agree.
Do you have a feeling that as we are approaching 2026, guli omwaka ogwalagirwa ogw'okulonda, something is going to be done to TikTok in Uganda? Speak freely. I'm just speaking your mind.
Henry,
do you think?
Why are you even putting me on such
No,
a
I'm just
spot?
asking. Do you think? Do you believe?
No, I believe that there is going to be a lot of eyes on TikTok.
Yes.
But then I don't see a particular ban or a shutdown on TikTok.
Yes.
I just see a lot of arrests using the law. Yeah, for those that are abusing the app and using it to, commit some of these crimes, the cyber harassment, cyber bullying.
But then also on the other side, it's a beautiful platform.
It is
for campaigning.
It is. No, it's.
I mean, Pamela, let's say if you're coming for any post, I could just sit down, put a camera on your face, and you address your people.
And TikTok has one of the biggest followers.
And you go live.
It has so many
people will listen to you, and
subscribers.
there's interaction, which wasn't the case. Other platforms like Instagram, Facebook was there, YouTube, zibadde onenga tezina engagement,
Yes.
enene engage
Yeah,
TikTok. You see, just a mere personality who is not into politics or anything, it's just entertainment,
becomes an influencer.
goes on TikTok and has 1 million
Followers.
actual viewers. No,
Yeah.
viewers, real time.
Yeah, true that.
Imagine you're campaigning.
No, I think the people that they will go after, because I think everybody has seen the advantage of social media. That is why I think UCC has also come out to say that what we are doing is regulating it according to the laws. So if we are found to have broken the law using your social media, is when we shall trail you and arrest you. Otherwise, I think people are free to do their business, to talk about other things, but when you start spreading fake news, inciting people, abusing, that becomes a problem. Yeah.
And we shall be here to keep you posted 25 minutes after 11 in the morning. More stories are on our website on www.galaxyfm.co.ug. It's the 1st of April. We have about 45 minutes, actually 35 minutes, I beg your pardon, to end Fool's Day.
Hey, have you been full today? Did someone call you in the morning?
Very early in the wee hours of the morning.
Okay.
Of that Simai Galaxy kutta omuliro.
Now that
was
and you bought it?
No, of course not. That was at 7 minutes.
That's a very
after
simple
midnight.
line.
And then after, I think today at about 6, you know that sleep of 6 a.m. Someone calls.
The best lies to fool guys on such days are pregnancy, those ones there, of HIV, what those ones. Anybody? About a pregnancy?
I know about anything.
I have in those crazy days, but now I have.
Oh yeah, you're going to be telling me what is that one crazy lie they've ever told you or you've ever told in the next couple of minutes after the break. Tovao
Zina Okuvebule Nebweya, be part of this year's run as we celebrate the milestone of His Majesty's 70th birthday and join forces in the fight to end HIV/AIDS by 2030. Buy your kit today at 20,000 Uganda shillings from Airtel Shops Benchiwanuka, the Bani Center, New Taxi Park, Forest Mall and Majestic Brands office at Bulange Mengo. You can also pay